Is it? And we will also zoom in just a little bit while I'm at it. Alrighty. And of course, there is a little... Yep, sound is working, great. And there's a little bit of a lag, which is fine. Fabulous. Okay. Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to another live video where hopefully everything works. I have plans and ideas and all the fun things. Hello, Lisa. Lisa's here in the chat as Honeybee Stamps to help moderate and all the things. Stay tuned. There will also be giveaways closer to the end of this live. So, yeah, fun times. Let's just start crafting. As always, I have links to most of what I'm going to use already in the description box below the video. Also, if you can't see them, if you were, waiting for the live to start, I was adding links right up until I started. I will go back and edit and add any links if I need, depending on what goes on. You never know. Just trying to think. I might want to change my plan a little tiny bit. Let me get an actual card base out of here. So yeah, I have links to the Honeybee store down below, to the fabulous Make It Merry release, which has been super popular, and then links to individual products that I'm planning on using. So yes, hello everybody. And yeah, I think I'm gonna do ink blending right onto my cardstock, which means I should probably get some scratch paper out since I'm working on a white card base. Okay, we're gonna do this. Okay, much better. So I got my little card base. Let's fold this guy over, and then we can get, I want to do my ink blending first because I'm planning on using a stencil and hoping things will dry in time. We'll see. We'll see. As always, I'm flying by the seat of my pants. Oh my goodness. Okay. I need to get like a bajillion things out of the way. This is crazy town. Okay. I'm gonna grab my these little dudes. I'm gonna hold some ink pads. I'm gonna set that there. Alrighty. It is a beautiful release, and it's been super popular with good reason because it's been fabulous. Can't go wrong. So my plan is to do a little ink blended background directly onto my card base here, just like so. I'm gonna get a little post-it tape for my fingers because I don't want to get fingerprints all over this while I'm working on it, and I want to use some distress oxides. The paw print, these are from Simon Says Stamp. I have all the colors, and especially when I'm working on a glass mat. Otherwise, these are all over the place. So we are gonna do, I decided to do purple. Just a fun little purple background, because why not? So you can use anything really. I just thought since I'm going with oxides, to use my Ranger blending tools, but blending brushes will also work just fine. And starting with my lightest, which is Shaded Lilac. If the video is blurry, there is a most likely it is because of your settings. You can change the settings directly below, like in the little bolt thingy of the video, or refresh, but a lot of times it's the settings. So I'm gonna go up pretty high with this lightest color first. It's gonna create almost like a horizon sort of a effect. So we got Shaded Lilac, and then let's go in with Wilted Violet. Let's move the lids, because yeah, I'm in a purple mood. And my Wilted Violet is ridiculously juicy, so I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a lighter hand. And of course, because my phone mount is attached to my desk, doing things like this does make the camera shake. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about it right now. But yeah. So yeah, Shaded Lilac into Wilted Violet. And I'm just going to work my way kind of back and forth between these colors to get a nice smooth blend. Just go in a swirling motion. I'm not really pressing at all. Just sort of letting the ink do its own thing. And then I'll bring in a bit more of the Wilted Violet. See, like, my ink pad is ridiculously juicy. So let's just go back and forth to blend that, because whoo, much better. Yeah, that works for now. We're just gonna move that little guy over there. And then Villainous Potion. Lovely, lovely, lovely Villainous Potion. Oh, I love this color. It's so just rich. Let's turn this around. Because yeah, I want to get this in here. Color is just lush. Love. Love. Hello, Melissa. Melissa, the owner of Honeybee, is in the chat. Y'all can say hi to Melissa. Okay. So we got a purple sky going on, and I want to add just a little bit, not a lot, a little bit of black soot, which my poor little black soot blending foam is kind of on his last legs. And again, I'm going in really light with this because I know my foam is already like really saturated with ink. And black soot can just take over everything. So we will just blend. There we go. Add a little bit more. And then we can go back with Villainous Potion and just kind of finish that off. Okay. Oh, and I made sure to even put the card proper on my scratch paper so that it won't get any ink. That's thumbs up for me because I don't usually think that far ahead. That was just a dumb accident. Usually why I don't blend directly onto card bases, because I'm pretty much guaranteed to get stuff all over everything. So yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's just make sure I don't have any ink left on here. So I've got my background. Some of this is going to get covered up. That's why I went so high with the shaded lilac, because I'm going to do some little snow drifties, you know, but we'll get to that. The next thing I want to do, I'm actually going to flip this over and just stick him right back into there. So I'm done with my oxides. Okay, done with the oxides. Now, I want to add, let me just put lids on, because otherwise I'm going to get like my fingers and elbows. Okay. This is moving. This camera is moving because it's my phone mount and it's on my desk. And because I'm like going like this, it wouldn't matter what I had attachment to. Everything's shaking. But yeah, we will get through it. So I want to add snow to this. And I don't often do this step, but I was thinking ahead when I was planning this. And because I don't want my snow to turn purple, because a lot of the pastes, as they, you know, you apply a paste over a stencil, and as it dries, it's like sucking up the color, because obviously oxide inks, regular distress inks, most water-based inks are going to react with a paste because it's got like a water base. So a way to get around that is to use Distress Glaze. I do have that link below the video. Like I said, I don't often work with this. Usually I don't care, and I'll just like slap it on and deal with it. But I thought I would do that. So you don't need very much. And I have just another blending. It's the same thing. It's just a different handle. But a little blending tool. And I'm not pressing really. And then what I get on here, I'm going to like kind of work it into the tool, because you don't need very much of this, like at all. So I'm going to, again, do this so I don't get fingerprints. And then I'm going to start buffing this into the background. And the point of the Distress Glaze is it is going to seal this background. And I know Tim Holtz has done videos on this, like explaining even better, like the ins and outs and all the things. The one thing you need to remember with Distress Glaze is once you've used it, like these colors are sealed in, you are going to have a heck of a time trying to apply more ink, like more distress ink, more oxide ink, anything like that, because it's a barrier. So I want the barrier there though, so that I can keep my snow, when I stencil it, from turning purple. Although purple snow would be kind of fun. Just a random thought. But yeah, it does make the color a tiny bit more intense. And I'm really trying to buff this in because I don't want like blobs of this. I don't want a sheen on this background either. And that's why I barely put anything on the tool. And then I'll just work it in. Just like so. And that's it. So now it's all blended. Apparently you can heat this as well. I don't really know if I'm gonna need to. I know when it comes to adding like different things like splatter and stuff, I thought about adding splatter instead, but I was like, why don't I just add, see, I managed to get some already all over the place. It's just get rid of any little bits, because I did decide to do a white card. Oh my goodness. Anyway. Okay. I'm going to put him right back in there because that's just going to make my life a little bit easier. And then just to be, I'm just going to buff this. There. Should be good now. Should be good. If not, well, whatever. Okay. Now I'm going to use the Snow Day background stencil. This came out last year or the year before. Forget. It's been out for a while. I have a link to it, just like everything else, in the description box below the video. So I've got a link to the stencil. It's one of my favorites. I love. And then multiple products, different pastes can be used for snow. I have links to a couple of options down below. There's the Snow Tex paste, which I think is fairly similar to this one. And then I think I have a link, I can actually look. I have a link to Glitz Glitter Gel by Gina K. She has a white glitter one that also works really well. So you can check those out. Biggest tip I can give though is to always use press and seal on your paste. Like this paste is old as the hills, but let's get some paste. Just gonna hold this down and apply it. Just like so. I don't know why I'm worried so much about the bottom, because no one's going to see it, because I'm going to adhere things over it, but OCD hits hard. I also have like a few little dried up chunks in there. Wonderful. Hopefully I applied enough microglaze to keep this from turning purple, but again, it's a live video, you get what you get, you don't throw a fit. Let's just see what happens. Put the press and seal back on the jar. Got a fabulous little snowy scene. Okay. I need to remove this. And then, while everything is still wet, I need to take off some of these little edge pieces so that they're not sticking out, because again, this is the actual card base. So I'll use my finger to do that and go boop. Okay, so now I'm going to set that aside and let that dry and hope that it dries while I do everything else. Because otherwise, I'm not going to have a background. And then, yeah, one thing I didn't prepare for, although at the same time I wasn't, I'm kind of leery about having like an open container of water, because knowing me, I would knock it over. So I'm just going to use some wipes to clean off the stencil, because I do not want to wreck it. But yeah, you could set it in a container of water clean it in the sink, or this also works. Just to get all of this paste out of the stencil, because yeah, you just paste, especially anything with like a glitter in it, not fun. Like, always make sure to clean them as soon as you're done. There we go. Okay, I have the clean work surface again. Let's use my little cloth. Let that little stencil dry. And then my little main characters are from the adorable little Polar Pals stamp set. It's so cute. They're just so cute. So we are going, where's my card? There it is. I was like, where's my cardstock? We're going to stamp them onto, I don't think I need these guys anymore, at least not right now, onto some white cardstock. So we got our little polar bear. Actually, he's not little, he's huge. The little penguin is tiny, and you know, let's add the little bird too, just cause he's so cute. So let's give everything a little bit of space, because I'll want to die cut these once I am done. Got those out of the way, and then let's ink them up with Copic friendly ink. So I'm using Honeybee's Intense Black ink. So let's get these guys stamped. It's stamped perfectly. Love. Absolutely love when that happens. I did an entire release and review video on this release back, gosh, a couple weeks ago. It's on my YouTube channel. But yeah, I walked through the entire Honeybee Make It Merry release. There is a link to the release below. But yeah, it's on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is also linked below for those not aware. But yeah, amazing release. So many good products. Love. But yeah, we got our little bear and his little buddies. So let's just stick these back on the packaging, because otherwise I'm going to lose them, just like I lose everything all the time. Okay, so we got our little bear, and technically, well, not technically, reality, polar bears are white. And then in reality, polar bears actually are kind of yellow too. But I don't want to do that at all. I think I'm going to use warm grays for my bear. Just a few. Obviously he's going to be mostly white because he's a polar bear. And he's one of my favorites to color. You know, polar bears, snowmen, penguins. What's the other one? There's other, you know, white characters. They're my favorite to color because they're the easiest. W5, won't let me get that, and my 0. Okay, let's do some very simple Copic coloring. We're gonna put most of it in, you know, where the darkest areas will be. Just like so. And like I tend to do, I like to go darkest to lightest. It's just a personal. Pandas, yes. I like coloring them too. notice the trend. It's like whatever is the easiest to color. So we'll add in some of these warm grays, and I'll even add just a little bit kind of around his little perimeter here. Just to give him a little extra. But yeah, doesn't have to be too fancy, you know. So that was W5, and then we'll go in with W3. And we'll start blending this out a little bit. Just, again, very simple coloring. Even though he is a very big image, this is a very simple image to color, which works. Because especially if you're making like holiday cards, Christmas cards, that sort of a thing, I don't mind coloring. But if I want to make multiples, or, you know, some people don't enjoy coloring, you could totally leave him. He doesn't even need to be colored, really. You know, he's a big old white polar bear and he's super adorable. So yeah. Anyway. Don't want to forget that spot. I'll still add just a bit there. In fact, I'll go up just a bit more with this lighter color. And now we go in with W1. That. Perfect. Start blending this out. It's kind of hard to talk and color at the same time. Just kind of continue that. I'm going to blend out that. Do some little circles to get him blended. And then lastly, we'll use, oh, I got W00, not quite lost. Let's add a bit of W00. I wish I was better at coloring. Practice. Seriously. I felt very, very strong. Although, like, I've been coloring since I was a literal toddler, but coloring with Copics or alcohol markers is a different thing all unto itself. But I've been doing it for 15 plus years, and yet I could be even better at it if I put more time and effort in. But I like experimenting with like all coloring forms and, you know, jumping around to different things. So I don't even put in near the time and effort that I could have over the years to get even better at it, but I'm happy with it. Okay. Last but not least, we'll use my colorless blender to just push things in, blend it even more. There we go. And then, of course, we gotta add, he needs a little bit of pink. Gotta add a little bit of pink to his ears. And because it's a cute image, gotta add a little bit of pink to his little cheeks. So R22 and R20 for that. And then I will go back in with the colorless blender and just push that into the cardstock a teensy bit more. There we go. There we go. So now we got our adorable little polar bear dude. And then I want cool grays for this little guy. No, I think I want neutral grays. I want neutral grays. Let's do that. We'll do N7. I was like, where's everything going here? Potentially a teensy bit of N9. N5. Where's my 3? Where'd he go? N6, N1. There he is. N3. We'll use neutral grays for his little body. And then I'll just use a couple of cool grays for the white portion. And then, maybe a little tiny bit of YR24. Why not? Okay, let's color him. So yeah, neutral grays for his body, because even though penguins are black, with Copic markers especially, but with just about anything, you do not want to go in with straight up black, because it will just turn into one solid thing and you'll lose all definition. So if you go in, with the grays, it's a lot easier and it gives you a lot more control. And again, this little guy, he's so little that it's pretty simple. So we'll just do that. So it was N7. So I did N9, N7. I'm not going to need the N3. We're going to use N5. Just blend all of that together. Just like so. So be super cute. And then we'll take a teeny tiny bit of cool grays. So just a little bit of C3. Just the smallest amount. And the C1. That'll give him. And then my 0. So that's got a little bit of shading. And of course he needs the tiniest bit of blush as well. Because why not? in with my little zero and just kind of blend that out even more. And then because his little feet and his beak are so small, I'm only going to use one color. And he's done. Now for my little birdie, I don't know what color to do him in. I honestly don't know. What color should I do the little bird in? Oh, I can color the little beak. Why not? Yeah, let's do red, because the red will like kind of pop. The purple background, neutral, neutral. Yeah, let's make him red. We'll do R37, R39, R35. Because he's going to be, again, also super, super easy to color because he's very small. So we'll just go in with a bit of R39 and then R37. And then finally R35. We got a cute little bird. Blend that a little bit more. And he's just so cute. Okay, the other thing I want to do, or do I? Yes I do. I just have it. I'm going to take some of my markers. Reds like to bleed when I use them. That is the nature of red ink. You have to go, do not press, especially Copics, don't press, go light, and use less than you think you need. Red is a beast. It's just the nature of red pigment. Now I'm just going to add some little dots. It just gives him some texture. And if you vary the pressure of the marker, you get larger and smaller dots. And I'm not going to do it everywhere because he doesn't need it everywhere, but this just gives it that little extra something. Yeah, he's got some little textures, and I'll even add a tiny bit to my little penguin. Just like so. Same with the C3, just a little bit. And the little birdie, I'll add a couple. It won't be very noticeable, but again, have it. Just so that they all match. And then finally, white gel pen highlights. Alrighty. So, just gonna add a few highlights. I will also add a few little dots, kind of in all the same spots for the most part. because it just kind of adds to it and kind of layers the texture. And it's a simple way to add that, especially to simple images. Go in, add little random highlights. And like I always say when I'm coloring, I don't really pay that much attention to light sources and all of that. However, it is also habit. I generally always picture my light source coming from this direction. And yeah, if my sound is coming in and out, I apologize. I'm not sure. I am not sure why it would be doing that. I have all the things set up properly, but the joys of tech. Okay, I'll just click this, add a few more little dots, and we're good. Okay. Alrighty, and I forgot to clean off my palette knife, but that's whatever. Let's get my markers out of the way. We need to die cut these with the coordinating wafer dies. And let's just check this background. I don't think I added quite enough of the Distress Glaze because it is still turning purple here and there, but we're going with it. We are going with it. And like I said, I'm okay with purple snow. I am okay with it. We're just, you get what you get. So let's use the coordinated wafer dice. We're gonna die cut these little guys. Yeah, just not, yeah, you don't want yellow snow. That's the only time where it's like, But purple snow is great. If it's pink or purple or blue, I'm fine with it. Just not yellow. Okay. Okay. We're gonna tape these dies into place so that they do not move. Will this fit? Ooh, this might actually fit. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's gonna make my life easier. I don't even know how to get out my big die cutting machine. So much better. Okay, let's tie or tape all of these little dudes into place. Also, when I tape, and it does not matter what tape I'm using, like this is Spellbinder's tape, but like washi tape, any tape, I always try to avoid getting the tape on the image if I can, only because I don't want to risk like the pressure of the machine when it's, you know, die cutting. It'll press that tape into everything, and I don't want to risk it like possibly ripping. It doesn't really happen with like washi tape and Spellbinder's tape, but it can happen, you know? So it's just something I try to always be aware of, because that's always the worst. It's like you spend all the time coloring an image and then you go and die cut it and you wreck it. And it's like, no. Okay, so this will fit in my little, there we go. Oh, you guys can hear my dog. Chris had to pick him up from the vet because life got crazy and my dog broke out in hives. So, you know, that's a thing. Okay, I just need to cut this small enough. Yeah, so that it will fit in here. Honeybee does have their own little die cut machine, little bitty buzz cutter. And I will, when I edit my links, I'll add a link to it below because it's awesome. I need to get it. I don't have it, hence me using this one. But here we go. Look at our little guy. Isn't he cute? How cute is, like, seriously, how cute is this? I love it. Poor pup. My dog is an F1B mini medium golden doodle. My children have allergies. A couple of them have pretty severe allergies. So I did the research and got a dog that is hypoallergenic. And then it turns out that my dog is allergic to everything. And I'm not kidding. Yeah, he is literally allergic to everything. We finally got him allergy tested after over a year of vet visits and all the different things. My dog is allergic to cats. My dog is allergic to grass. And he's apparently allergic to something in our groomer's shampoo, because we went to a new groomer and she was wonderful, and then my dog just like exploded. And yeah, he has like severe allergy. He broke out, like, I took him to the vet today because I was like, he's a mess. And yeah, he's broken out in hives, and he's just, oh, that dog. He's adorable. He's neurotic. He just has a ton of allergies. So anyway, this is pretty much dry. So yay. Yay. And then I'm just gonna kind of trim off that little piece because it was bugging me. But yeah, I got purple snow. Cytopoint is awesome for dog. Oh yeah, trust me, my dog's on Cytopoint. He gets monthly Cytopoint injections, not even just the pills. And I'm sure, like, Chris just went and picked him up from the vet, and I'm sure he has a bag of medication for the poor dog. Like, he's just been a mess. He's just been twitchy and itchy, and I feel so bad. And yeah, we got medicated, shampoo, all the things. It's a lot. It's nuts. Okay, I couldn't find my, like, snowdrift type wafer dyes. I have them linked below, the honeybee ones, because of course I couldn't find them before this video. Anyway, I've linked them. I just grabbed something similar, and I die cut some white cardstock and some glitter cardstock. The glitter cardstock honeybee carries. I have a link to that below. So I've got like sparkly snowdrifts for my little scene, hence me saying about the bottom here, not because it's all gonna get covered up. So let's I gotta unplug my glue because I know my glue is clogged. We discovered this during my last live video. And it's still sort of clogged, so I'm going to use my other glue. Okay, let's adhere first. I want to adhere my little snowdrifts together. So I did one with glitter, one with white, another with glitter, just to give it that little extra dimension and sort of texture. So I'm just going to adhere these. You could totally like pop these up with foam tape as well, like separate the layers with foam tape, but I decided not to do that because I thought it would just be kind of cute to just have it like that. And then, yeah, so we'll just add some more adhesive. Add some adhesive to that. We'll add some adhesive to this. Wrong side, Amy. Put the adhesive on the proper side. Not that it really matters because the other side's getting glued down anyway, but you know. Okay, there we go. Make sure those are all lined up. So now I've got my little snow drifts for them to stand on. And then I can stick that to the actual card. Okay. So we've got our little scene going now with my purple snow. Too funny. Too funny. I've got another little one that's like, actually that I can just kind of, there we go. Works. Just take off any little bits. Any little bits that are hanging over. I'm going to reinforce my fold because it's kind of bugging me. There's my bone folder. Okay. Alright. Okay, so we've got our background. We've got our little, our large polar bear. See, he's so cute. Yeah. Alright. These little guys, I think I will use little foam dimensionals. Mostly because I have tons of them for my little bear. Just put some little foam squares on him. There we go. Okay. So we got. This is also why you don't take the stencil paste further down. It's easier to adhere without. Okay. All splatter. So let's pop our little dude on here. And then this little guy. We'll give him a couple little foam squares. Just like so. Can I set one? Oh yeah. Just fits a little foam square with the little bird. And he's just gonna sit on this little drift, saying nice things to him. Sentiment. We need a sentiment. I think I'm gonna use that one on the inside of the card. And then I really do love the sentiment. I love you to the North Pole and back. Yeah. Yeah, let's use that one. I think everyone kind of uses this sentiment, but it's so cute. And I think I want to do... I think I just want to do the sentiment in black. I was thinking about heat embossing it, but I think it'll just work to stamp it in black onto... I've got like glue everywhere. I need a scrap cardstock. Let's grab a scrap cardstock. Let's grab another scrap of cardstock because I'm going to die cut the sentiment a couple of times. Yeah. Let's do it. No, we are not going to stamp it in black. We are going to stamp it in Villainous Potion, and then we'll heat emboss it in clear. That's what we're gonna do. Let's put the glue lid back on the glue. Okay. Okay. So let's move that out of the way. Since I'm doing this, plug in heat tool. Try not to set everything on fire. Okay. Got my sentiment. Got my anti-static powder tool. And then just line him up. We'll ink up the sentiment with the Villainous Potion Distress Oxide ink. Love it. And then, see that one, we'll add some clear embossing powder. Boop, boop. Just like so. And then we will melt this. Perfect. So we got that. And then while I have my MISTI here, so that out of the way, let's put this. And we will line up the sentiment, because you gotta have something on the inside of your cards. Does my embossing tool ever need this one? You can refill it. I'm not even sure. Oh yeah, I've used up quite a bit, but I use this a lot. But when you purchase it, I don't know where it went. It's around here somewhere. When you purchase this tool, it comes empty. It comes with the little container that you dump in here. Whew. And you have to pop this out, which is not easy. But you pop this out and you dump the powder in. And then it's ready to go. And they include instructions, everything else. And then you can buy a refill container, which again, I have around here somewhere. I'm gonna have to hunt it out because I use my tool a lot. But there's a refill container for this, and then yeah, you can refill it with their powder. And I recommend, this is the rabbit hole one, I recommend getting their powder because they don't use, this isn't talc or baby powder. It's really finely milled kaolin clay. Love it. So yeah, but I've been using this. I honestly couldn't tell you how long it's been. Whenever they came out with this, I purchased it, and it's been at least a year, at least. And I make a lot of cards. I do a lot of embossing. I use this a lot. It lasts. So yes, you can refill it. It is fabulous. So, and I'm not heat embossing on the inside. I just want to stamp the sentiment. It's called It's called the Cottontail. I'm not 100% sure if Honeybee carries this specific one because there's several different powder tools on the market. But I think they call this one the Cottontail tool. Again, I had like all the little, there's a like paper that comes with it and stuff, and I don't know where it went. I don't know where it went, man. Everything has walked around and walked away on me, and this isn't fully inked. But yeah. Ink up. But that's also why I'm using a MISTI. Because if I have to, I can stamp it twice. Or 3 times. Love it. I love punny sentiments. There's snow buddy like you. Okay, perfect. Lisa's confirmed. I will add a link to this when I edit the links. So when this video is over, give me like 15 minutes. I will add extra links. I will add this to it. Because again, I was trying to anticipate all the things, but I forgot. So I will add that, and then, yeah. So you can also just look it up. I have a link to like the Honeybee Stamps store down below, and you can search it out from there, but I will have a direct link for you guys. I'm going to let this sit. I'm already smearing ink on things, whatever. Let's use the coordinating wafer die. And yes, this is a million times better than, okay. I will now talk about this because, yeah, honeybees. When I'm going live for them, I don't want to be promoting products that they don't carry because that's just rude. But anyway, they carry this. So, anti-static powder. This is one of the best tools I've ever used. I purchased this myself. I love it. And I love that I don't have to touch anything. I do not like the powder bag. I used it for years. One tip with the powder bag is to use a binder clip on it, because touching that bag literally gives me the shivers. But this, one, this is great because you don't have to touch anything, but 2, because it's kaolin clay and not like talc or baby powder or anything like that, it doesn't feel gross. But also, don't touch this. Don't touch your powder tools. The oils from your skin can, you don't want to get the oils from your skin on this, and then you're like getting that on your cardstock, you know? So as tempting as it is, because it is soft, no touchy. They actually say that in the paper when you get this. There's a little instruction booklet and it explains it all, and it's wonderful. But yeah, and then after you filled it, the great thing with this is you pump it. So you go like this, and that pushes more product out. And I don't have to do it very often. But the nice thing too is when you go like that, that's how you can get the lid back on without wrecking the bristles. So you just pop it up. And then yeah, to refill it. And then this piece pops out with great difficulty. It works to put like a butter knife or something, like to kind of get it and pry it, or use some pliers, because this seals really good. So yeah, I will put a link to it below when I'm done editing, and you guys can check it out. But highly recommend. It's like a makeup tool, but it's for your cards, and I love it. So highly recommend. Favorite anti-static tool by far. Okay, now I need to use the proper wafer die. Is it this one? Yep. I love that Honeybee has all the coordinating wafer dies for the stamps, like for the sentiments. Yeah, Cottontail powder tools. You can go to the Honeybee stamp store, link below. Look up that, but again, I will link directly to it as well for those interested. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Anyway, back to the card. I love, like, this is all Melissa's fault. She spoiled us so bad with all the coordinating wafer dies for sentiments. And I am now, like, so bougie that I prefer the coordinating wafer dies with all sentiments. Thank you very much. It's how it should be. Because, yeah. Okay, let's die cut the sentiment. Just making sure I got it lined up. I will also link to Honeybee's Bitty Buzz Cutter. Like I said, I don't have it, but it's awesome and it's super cute. See? Love it. Love it. So I'll link to that when I edit the links as well. Anyway. Okay. Actually, I don't need to keep the tape on this because I'm just now going to die cut a couple of scraps. Literally getting glue everywhere. I need to throw that piece out. Okay. Back to what I was doing. Let's dupe. Yeah. 2 should be more than enough. So we'll die cut a couple more of these. So that I can stack them together to give them dimension. Because just like Laura Basson says, dimension is life. Although she sings it. I'm not gonna sing it. Okay. Okay. Got my... And I also love, and I've said this in my own videos many times, I forget what release this started, but Honeybee now has outlines of all their wafer dies on the packaging. Love. Cannot tell you with some of the die sets that have like a ton, because I just like keeping them with the packaging because that just makes sense to me. I can't even tell how many times I've tried to like fit the dies back on the packaging, you know, and then wondering like, did I lose one? Did I misplace one? And now I know. It's like all the dies are there. They're great. So yeah, it makes me happy. So let's put the stamps back as well, because otherwise I will lose them. Okay, put him out of the way, him out of the way. Let's adhere these sentiments. Here's my glue. Okay, so just add a bit of adhesive. And we can stack these together. Get on there. There we go. And then we'll top it with the actual sentiment. Love. And then we can add it to our little card. So cute. Actually, I'm going to kind of glop on just a little bit extra glue, more than I normally would use, only because I'm adhering over like stenciled snow. Purple snow. Okay, let's get him straight. And there we go. We made a card. I did it. It helps us with quality control to make sure the dies we send out are complete. Yeah, see? It's awesome. So there's my finished card with some slightly purple snow. I'm only laughing because it's just funny. I went, you know, on the whole thing about like micro distress glaze, and I didn't even add enough, and it still turned purple. But hey, I'm okay with it. Purple snow is okay. Like, really, really, Prince singing Purple Snow in my head. I know. I was kind of thinking that, you know, purple rain, purple snow, man. It's more applicable for up here because we got a ton of snow. I spent a good chunk of today shoveling. So yeah, there's my little dude. There's Snow Buddy like you. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like I've said, I will edit the links below once this live is over, which will be in a few minutes. And you can come back. I'll have links to, I'll add the link to this and the Bitty Buzz Cutter and whatever else I might have forgotten. So I'll add the links down below for you guys if that helps. Thank you all so much for joining me and chatting and all the fun things. I really appreciate it. Doing these lives is a tiny bit, not as bad as it used to be. It's a little bit nerve-wracking, but I'm getting better at it. And just wait till I can figure out how to do it with my proper camera that's not mounted to the desk anymore, so I won't be shaking around all the time. Because, yeah. So, yeah, I got a mess to clean up. All the fun things. And, yeah, anti-static tool. I have that ready to link for you guys. Most of the links are below. And then I'm just going to wait for Lisa to draw winners. Because there's, as always, fabulous little giveaways from Honeybee for the live video. And get all my little bits. Okay, Valerie, Beatty, and Diana. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. Gebo? Congratulations. You guys can email Lisa at honeybeestamps.com. You can take a screenshot of this and you can email her and claim your gift cards. So thank you for having me, Melissa and Lisa at Honeybee, for the live today. And thank you guys for tuning in, and congrats to the winners. And stay tuned. I will update the links. And then on Thursday, Kelly Taylor is back and she's going to do a live video. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I'm going to go end this video and I'll update the links and all the fun things. And yeah, you guys all rock, and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye.